And we're joined now by Jill Walton, Chief Executive of the Royal College of Midwives, and Florence Ashaye, who's a medical student at the University of Southampton. Thanks both for coming on the programme.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for the wave. We don't get enough waves on the programme. That's great. Right, let's get into the heart of kind of studying and what it's like to be a student right now. Just give us a flavour of some of the challenges.
I think at the moment, a lot of us have considered moving abroad with everything that's going on. Me, myself, I've considered going to America, Australia, where doctors are being valued, where their pay and the support and the working environment really reflects the responsibility that, you're going to have as a doctor. We love medicine. I love medicine and I want to practice, but I want to be fairly compensated. So, finishing my exams and coming out the hospital and seeing my future colleagues striking, it can be demoralizing. And also in general, like the unpredictability and the unknown, with all the experienced consultants leaving the NHS, I kind of fear at the moment what my training is going to look like in the future.
And given all that, that's really, really interesting. And given the plan that we've seen unveiled today, does that inspire a bit more confidence for you or not?
I think that at the moment it doesn't, because there is a huge emphasis on increasing medical school places. But with experienced staff, these doctors are meant to train us. There's kind of that unknown of who's going to train these incoming medical students or these doctors coming in. So I don't think it really fixes that point of retaining current staffs to train the incoming medical students.
Interesting. Stay right there. We're going to come back to you in a minute. I want to bring in Jill Walton. The plan here, the details, the numbers, the investment, is it something broadly you're welcoming?
The Royal College of Midwives is welcoming it. Obviously, the government has put £2.4 billion into the beginning of that plan, the first 5 years. That's a very small part of the total NHS budget. So we will be taking a cautious look at how much of that money will be focused on midwives and the wider maternity workforce. That's because there's considerable problems. We're at least 2,500 midwives short at the moment. And I think, just thinking about the previous speaker, that actually supporting particularly newly qualified midwives, doctors is really key, because we really want them to have a good experience at work and to stay in the profession. So it's really, really important that NHS England and the government get this right.
And what about the issue of the money? Because clearly that's such a big news issue at the moment. What's your stance on it?
Well, we welcome that it's funded. That's really important. We will be keeping an eye on the money coming into where it's really needed. There is a particular issue, for example, with apprenticeships. We really welcome apprenticeships as part of the plan. But what is key is how that is funded, and particularly the backfill for maternity support workers who then enter an apprenticeship programme. So that is absolutely something we would want the funding to be directed at.
Interesting. Florence, just coming back to you, so you were nodding along with a couple of those points there. And more broadly, is this something that you're optimistic or pessimistic about looking into the kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 years ahead?
At the moment, it's not looking quite bright, but I'm hoping that, the government is going to continue to listen to the staff and sort of to recognise and appreciate them more, and giving them a fair wage, which is representative of the level and years of training that I'm putting in and they are putting in, and creating a more healthy environment.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Florence, Jill, I'm afraid we have to leave it there because we're coming right to the end of the programme, but appreciate both your thoughts, your views and your time. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Thank you.
This is BBC News.